I've always been inspired by people who have pretty and tidy handwriting, and this is something that I've always wanted to have. So I wanted to try my hands on this challenge. I wanted to see if I can improve my handwriting in 3 months. What I found most challenging wasn't actually committing to improving my handwriting, but more, well, there are two major things. The first thing was actually finding proper learning materials and resources. By that, I mean a course or a video. I spent just the first month looking for a video tutorial. Although I found handy, useful videos on YouTube, they just felt a bit disjointed. So I was about to give up until I found and came across a video on Skillshare, which, after going through it and completing the course, I think it's well organized, tidy, small, miniature, and straight to the point. The second most difficult thing was I'm right-handed, and I wanted to do this challenge with my non-dominant hand. I've always been hasty when it comes to handwriting, especially when I have this flow and stream, torrents of ideas coming to my head. So I wanted to know how to also calm down when I write. Hence my left hand, and it wasn't easy at all. Before diving into the writing course, I did a quick writing test just to have something to compare to at the end and to see how much I improved. The course taught me a few tricks on how to instantly improve my handwriting. They might sound self-explanatory, but I didn't know about them. So basically, this is called the tripod grip, with the barrel of the pen resting on the knuckle. And we use the last two fingers for support and mobility to glide across the page instead of our wrist. Now, this is very handy, especially when you're writing at the edge of the page where you don't have a place to rest your wrist. Another simple trick is to tilt the page. So when you write, the letters are going to be slanted, which is part of the aesthetics of a cursive handwriting. And we use the free hand to fix the notebook in place when writing. Even with these tricks in the bag, and to no one's surprise, I faced great difficulties writing with my left hand. I was going through the small alphabets, and when I came across the letter L, my God, it was literally a nightmare. I found it very difficult to do the motion of writing the letter L. It's just very unnatural for my left hand. So I came up with this exercise where I draw circles and trying to imitate the motion of the letter L so that I can get used to writing the letter. But I still face difficulty even after perfecting the letter L on its own. Once I connect it to another letter, it just goes awry. Then came the days where I couldn't see any improvements at all, no matter how much I practiced, no matter how many hours I put in. Well, it wasn't hours actually. So the way I went about this was 10 minutes every day, just going through the course. And then when I'm doing any other writing activities, like taking notes or when I learn languages, I try to mindfully apply the lessons learned from the course in this writing activity. Nevertheless, I still couldn't see improvement for a very long time. Another piece of information that I found particularly useful was when I write a word, I don't have to write the entirety of the letters in one go, because I believe this was wrong. So I can write one or two letters and then lift the pen, and then I can go again and complete the word. This was such a relief, especially for my left hand, because I don't have much control yet. 2 months passed without seeing any improvements. Then out of the blue, my handwriting improved, and I was able to connect 2 L letters whilst maintaining consistency and form. I was so pleased and happy with this accomplishment. After completing the small letters, I moved on to the capital letters, which I found extremely beautiful and particularly lyrical. They just beautify your text because of just the nature of the way they look and their forms. They're just very pretty. After 3 months passed, I managed to cover the entirety of the English alphabets, both the capital and small letters. I faced a few difficult capital letters because they were just unusual and strange for my left hand, but nevertheless, they were a great exercise for my left hand, getting used to new writing motions. Right after that, I did a writing test, which I was not quite happy with, so I did another test. And here is a before and after. This brings a close to this chapter of learning how to improve handwriting. I'm quite pleased with what I accomplished thus far. There is still a lot of room for improvement. My hand is still a bit shaky. There are certain letters that are difficult to execute and connect, but it's time for me to move on to something else, and definitely I'll come back to improving my handwriting when I feel ready to take on this challenge again. And with that said, I'll catch you on the next challenge.